Championship where we're using dual. What I'm up to here, I've put a boot floor in it already. It's tacked in, I haven't welded it in. I've made the lower inner and outer wheel wells that were rusted out. Put a few patches, patched the pillar here. The sill, inner sill's welded on. The outer sill's fitted, ready to be welded. Just waiting on a spot welder to do that. Put this piece in here. This piece I explained before where it was a little bit rusty from the vinyl roof moulding. It did have a little hit in the bum over the years, and it was pushed in here and a little bit here. I've knocked all that back into shape. Put a lower quarter panel section in here. This I've put about 4 or 5 heat shrinks in here to get this right. There's no movement or popping at all there now. Usually Holden always put a great big hunk of sealer in there to stop it flopping in and out, because they couldn't get the pressing right obviously in the factory. But we've fixed that. We've got our shadow line happening here. Welded a section in here and an inner wheel arch section as well in behind that. So what I'm up to now, it's on a rotisserie, which makes it easy for me because I can't get down on the concrete floor anymore with me back and knees. So this thing I can roll it right over, upside down, and work it sitting height or standing height, whichever. But what I'm going to do is run the file over this quarter panel. I've started dressing up this weld. I TIG welded this patch in. Never thought I'd have a TIG welder, but I learnt with an oxy, so TIG welding is quite easy and much faster and less heat. So never got any buckling there at all with the TIG right through the middle there. Yeah, so I was going to start running the file over this lower section here. File finish as much as I can, and then just a little wiper of filler. I use 3M 01131 3M body filler, which is I find it great stuff compared to the stuff we used to use years ago. Was like concrete to rub out. This just rubs out really nice. So anyway. On these areas, these return sweeps, and that I use what they call a banana body file. Pretty hard to get now apparently. I've had one for a long time. You just run it lightly through those curved areas. With the file finishing is I'm finding little highs and lows, tiny little highs that'll file them off, and it'll show me exactly where the lows are. I know this line under here is damn good because I've already run my hand along it. And you learn to feel highs and lows. You keep your hand nice and flat. Sometimes you can put a sheet of newspaper or something on there which will help you feel the highs and lows. And I can feel a little high spot there. And I can use a flat body file, wherever I put that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'll just run the file over that there. You see, it'll show that high. Oh, there's actually two there. And it'll just show those two highs up. Oh, they're nearly gone. But what I can do is give them a tiny little tap with a dolly, a curved dolly, but not as much curve as what that panel is. Slightly less curve. And my planishing hammer snap-on that I've had for probably 37 years. Still got the original hickory handle in it. Shrinker one side and planishing on the other. I'll just roll this car back over. Got my dolly sitting in the back. Probably use this one, what's called a kidney dolly, because yep, she's shaped like a kidney. Don't know if it's shaped like my kidneys, but and I'll just, sorry for the back to the camera, but I'll just put that dolly on that high spot and lightly give it a tap. You've got to be able to feel you can hear when you're hitting your dolly. Bit of a long reach over here. I'll move this car a bit lower. Touching it lightly. I just want to just level that high spot. Yeah, it's just about gone there now. Okay, those high spots are gone. It's showing me lots of little lows. And this is a very fine body file too, by the way. If you can see that. It's not for plastic, it's especially for metal filing. So it takes bugger all off. But it does show you. I've got quite a few tiny little loads. You can't actually feel them, but the file shows them up. Two options here. I can find them with the dolly and the slapper, or you could, they're so minute you could just wipe a coat of filler in there, Bondo, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I've got a fairly good high spot there, which I think I'll have to put a heat shrink in, because that's where I welded that lower section in. There's a bit of a high there. I'd say something's rolled across in the boot and hit it in the previous years. But the rest of it's bloody fantastic. All good through here. This patch panel I put in here. Patch panel's perfect. Slight little low on the weld there, which is good. At least it's not high. So that's a very tight concave curve there, so I can try and pull that little low up with the easy beat, or I can just put a bit of filler in it, probably 2 mil. I don't think my daughter would mind. Anyway, it's my decision. Yeah, I'll probably pull that up with the easy beat. We'll give it a go anyway. You can't do that with a flat file. You've got to get yourself one of these, if you can find one. I don't think they sell them anymore. Maybe online, maybe at a swap meet. Anyway. Now I could spend a gazillion hours on this thing and file it. Done it before on many cars, but you know, I put filler in my 55 Chev that I built 35 years ago, and in a lot of the repairs, like similar to this, build it, and it's as good as, well, it lives in the garage, but it's as good as the day I painted it, that car. It's like hasn't got a mark, hasn't got a shrink mark in it. It was we painted it in 2-pack when 2-pack first came in,